Good evening, Bridgeport. Thank you for coming out tonight. It's 7:43. This is our May 26th meeting. We are called to order. Please rise and pledge the flag.
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Matt, roll call, please.
Councilmember Shank.
Here.
Councilmember Hauk.
Here.
Vice President Gundrum.
Here.
President Al-Zayed.
Here.
Councilmember Nolan.
Here.
Councilmember Gamble.
Here.
Councilmember Cosenza.
Here.
Mayor Heil.
Here.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Fellow.
Madam President, we were in executive session from approximately 7 o'clock to approximately 7:40 with regard to real estate matters.
Thank you, Mr. Fellow. All right, next up here for council consideration, we have approval of the April 28th, 2026 meeting minutes. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Ms. Hauk.
Second.
Second, Ms. Nolan. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have approval of the May 12th, 2026 meeting minutes. Do we have a motion? Motion, Ms. Gamble.
Second.
Second, Ms. Nolan. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Next up, we have a really exciting presentation. I'll let Ms. Nolan take it away.
Yes, so have the pleasure of presenting this year's Dr. Vincent Moralia Memorial Scholarship to Roan Matthew, graduating Upper Marion senior, who will be going to, I believe, Penn pre-med. Congratulations. We're all very excited to award you the scholarship today. And then do we want the whole family too?
Yes, I got one. Megan, are you smiling?
I was like, I forgot there's double my name twin.
Thank you much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations again. Thank you. You're certainly welcome to join us for the rest of our exciting agenda, but also if you have things to do, you're welcome to head home.
Do some favor.
All right, just wanted to wish everyone a happy belated Memorial Day. We had a wonderful time yesterday remembering those brave women and men who gave their lives in service to our country. I think it's a great reminder that, we all enjoy freedom, but it's definitely not free. So really enjoyed gathering with everyone yesterday at the memorial here in Bridgeport as a really wonderful tradition. And thank you to those who come together to help us organize it. We had some great conversations about the 250 celebrations that are coming up here in Bridgeport and the county and beyond, and along with some other events. Lots of great discussion and ideas, and I definitely want everyone to know that they are always welcome to come up and chat with us. I think a lot of times people will come up and be like, oh, I don't want to talk politics with you, but everyone here on council, including our mayor and staff, are always happy to chat and answer questions, so definitely want to make sure that people feel comfortable doing that, emailing us, contacting us on wherever you feel comfortable. It's always a pleasure, always a very fun time getting to know people and answer questions if we can. I also wanted to thank our public service, our public works team, as they were there with our police officers, and they made the event smooth and were there far beyond anyone else, making sure things were cleaned up and things like that, so thank you to them. All right, first up here for council consideration, we have adoption of ordinance 2026-03, amending chapter 331, license permits and general business regulations. Again, something that we've chatted through a couple of times now, including our work session, but once we have a motion, we can certainly open it up to additional discussion if there is any. Do you have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion from Ms. Hauk. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Ms. Cosenza. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you. Next up here for council consideration, we have Resolution 2026-34, adopting an updated emergency operations plan for the Borough of Bridgeport.
Make the motion.
Motion from Ms. Gendrum,
Second.
second from Ms. Nolan. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have authorization to purchase the SWZ walk-behind mower from Upper Marion Lawn Center for $7,128.71.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Shank, second, Ms. Nolan. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public, or Mr. Chairman?
Just a brief note on this. This is not a capital project, or nor was it a purchase that was approved or budgeted for within the capital budget. This is actually going to be absorbed into the general fund operating budget. This was a equipment replacement that we had anticipated, and we have operating expenses within the Public Works, subsection of the budget to absorb this expense.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Any additional comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have approval of the bills and salaries for May 2026.
I'll make the motion to pay the people.
I'll second it.
Motion from Ms. Nolan, second from Ms. Hauk. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Next up, we have unfinished business. Are there any items of unfinished business anyone would like to discuss? All right, we can move on to committee reports. Are there any committee reports this evening?
I have one.
Go ahead.
We had the Police and Fire Committee meeting May 14th, and that was myself, Councilwoman Nolan, Mr. Truman, Steve Wanzik, Kenny Frymore, and Mike Gallagher Jr. And the DCED department, that's I could never remember what it was, so I looked it up. Department of Community and Economic Development. They came May 12th to give us their recommendations to move the 2 fire departments into one, and it would be Bridgeport Fire Company. Everyone is on board, so Keith had us, during the meeting, we chose as a group what were short-term goals, midterm goals, long-term goals. So that was the entire meeting on realistically what we can get done in the amount of time, going forward. And I think that was it.
Thank you, Ms. Cosenza. Any additional committee reports?
I guess I'll jump in. The Finance Committee met last Monday, May 18th. It was myself, Councilmember Gamble, as well as Councilmember Alzaid and Borough Manager Keith Truman were all in attendance. We discussed just hiring our new finance director for the borough, discuss some potential real estate acquisitions, and then also quickly discuss the borough is, Mr. Truman just had sat for an interview to get a bond rating for the boroughs, which is essentially like the borough's credit score. So we're looking forward to some news with that.
Thank you, Ms. Nolan.
And I'll speak for the Small Business Economic Development Committee that we had on May 18th. Councilmember Schenk and Council President Al-Zayed and myself were there, along with Keith, Wendy Troost, and Ben Roberts, as well as the Dr. Ray Abdallah from the Business Association came. And he shared that the Bridgeport Business Association plans on hosting a first responders luncheon, likely in early fall. We talked about the Collectible Classics, which was one of the new businesses coming to town. They are tentatively scheduled for a late June opening. And also shared that unfortunately the Business Association website is being held hostage. So they are working to procure a new website. The focus of our meeting was on the 2040 comprehensive plan, and I'm sorry, Emilio was there as well. And Emilio's comments regarding that comprehensive plan, and what we took away from that was that we're breaking efforts into 3 categories: large-scale development projects, small business support and development, and beautification efforts. So we talked about focusing our small business development effort from Front to 3rd along DeKalb, and then beautification along 4th Street from DeKalb to Depot. Next meeting, we are meeting with the County Commerce Department to see how they can assist with the small business projects along the gate at the gateway there. And potentially that we could develop a 3 or 4 page flyer document for attraction of new businesses. Regarding the beautification efforts, we discussed talking about allowing park areas and river trails, talking about native species of plants, and also interests in birding that might draw in some additional support for that. And then also we need to review the property maintenance code to confirm properties are in alliance with that, and potential mural ordinance as well regarding beautification. We also talked about how the Alerta tax abatement is expiring at the end of 2027, and nobody has been using it to date, and we'd like to promote that. And also that we would like to ensure that we are annually reviewing the comprehensive plan in order to make sure that we're continuing in our efforts to be vigilant. That is all.
Thank you. All right, any additional committee reports? All right, we can move to the mayor's report. Mayor Heil.
Thank you very much. Just like to remind people that this coming Monday, June 1st, from 6 to 8:30 p.m., Bridgeport Police are holding an event here at Borough Hall to discuss issues surrounding domestic abuse. It's important that we want people to feel safe coming to our officers to talk about abuse in their home or with their neighbors and friends so they can look out for each other. This event is in conjunction with MCAP and Laurel House. We have a flyer on social media. And we created this program because issues around abuse are often hidden, and too many people suffer, feel unsure about how to or if to report problems. And we want to give some tips and discussion and awareness so people can stop issues before they happen and get worse. Thank you to everyone who attended and participated in the weekend's Memorial Day honors at the Bridgeport War Memorial. It's another meaningful event, and it was great hearing Gina Barbine read the names of the service members who made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you to Randy, Bill, and all who organized, and thank you to Representative Briggs and council members Saba Al-Zayed, Laura Gamble, and Heather Cosenza who were able to attend. And I was really happy to see former council member Juanita Coover there, she's a proud veteran herself, and it was really nice seeing her out at this event. Today, I met with Wilmington, Delaware Mayor John Carney and shared some mayor-to-mayor wisdom regarding the value of living in a community where people know each other and look after their neighbors. Because I don't know if you noticed this, but Delaware is pretty small, and Wilmington is also obviously small compared to Philadelphia. So that was a nice little mayor-to-mayor chat promoting Bridgeport. I'll let you know tomorrow afternoon I'll have some office hours here. I'll post on my social media tonight following what we're doing here at the Borough in the morning. You may have noticed some security vehicles in town. The Riverfront development now has security patrolling for added protections. Chief, you might want to mention something I'm sure you will. But their responsibility is to that development. This has helped to make sure that there's less pressure on our officers as well. And I know that the chief and his team are in communication with them as needed to look after our residents. I will also say that I just noticed this since I wrote this, but people are posting their porch videos or other cameras about something that happens in their neighborhood that they saw, and please report those to the officers when that happens, because just having a police report means if that person commits a crime later, we have evidence of them maybe stealing more than one thing. And usually it's one or two people doing it multiple times. It's better to catch them with all the evidence we can, and wherever they're from or however they're involved. The America 250 celebrations are this summer and beyond, going to 2027, as Mr. Puzio knows very well about the greater history that we have here in our area. I want to thank Public Works for decorating our buildings to recognize a milestone. And also I want to highlight that the America 250 event on June 29th in Norristown. This is, I put it on here. So I just got this a couple hours ago from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the courthouse steps in Norristown, teaming with Visit Valley Forge Monco. So it's free and open to all. That's all the details I have so far, but we'll make sure to share with everybody to be available. So Monday, June 29th at the Montgomery County Courthouse steps. We're working on security for the 2027 Bridgeport Carnival to make sure kids and families are safe. June is also the end of the school year, so a lot of kids will be walking home from school early or taking the bus early. So please be on alert for that. Our officers are on patrol to manage traffic and keep the kids safe. Sometimes you don't notice that the police are doing that because when they pull someone over, it's not in the same visible area, but it's important right this time. June is coming up in just a few days. June is Pride Month, and following a past tradition, I will have a pride flag up in my mayor's office starting next week. As mayor, I want to continue what council's done to make sure that all feel welcome in Bridgeport. And lastly, I want to say thanks to Matt and 4th Street Cafe for raising money for the Bridgeport Upper Merion Little League. All they're doing, you can follow online to donate and support their efforts, or you could do that in person at 4th Street. That's what I've done. And thank you to everyone who is contributing to those efforts. That's all.
Thank you, Mayor. Chief?
Good evening, Bridgeport. A bunch of different things. Going back through April, reviewing our reports, we had a 56% clearance by arrest rate, which is not too shabby. Fifth in DeKalb, I monitor social media and I respond to it. Like the mayor would say that sometimes you don't see what goes on, but there was over 100 cars that were stopped in the last 2 weeks from 5th and DeKalb Street. I know because I was out there and I stopped like 10 of them. So we had 2 electronic signboards out. We responded to it to try to modify people's behavior, to bring their attention to the signage and change their route of travel. I listened to people complaining about the school buses weren't listening to it, or SEPTA buses, and I contacted the Director of Transportation for Upper Merion School District as well as SEPTA, and they said they were going to fall in line with the ordinance and that they can reroute, make whatever changes so that a larger vehicle doesn't get a pass during certain time frames. It can create as much difficulty there. So I listened to you on social media in many different ways. Just know that we're out there. We did that for a 2-week blitz, both morning and afternoon, and there is plenty of other things for us to do, but I committed myself to make sure that you were heard, and you were heard. welcomed some candidates for the Bridgeport Police Officer and the Civil Service testing on the 16th of May, and we held testing, and those that are passing will be attending oral interviews in June here at Borough Hall. On the 17th of May, we had a couple different events. One, I want to congratulate Detective Sergeant Murphy and Detective Romberger of Upper Merion Police Department while sitting on a surveillance. They end up breaking up an inter-county ring responsible for at least 10 motor vehicle thefts and 30 to 40 theft from motor vehicle. I believe from reviewing videotape, the stuff that you guys sent in and you put on social media to identify the couple cars that we had and the multiple attempted thefts. And because we take the extra step at Bridgeport with DNA linkage, I suspect that if you go back approximately a week and go back the preceding 6 to 8 weeks, that probably all of those vehicle thefts and any theft from motor vehicle will most likely be cleared by their arrest. So there was one male juvenile from Norristown and one subject who's a 20-year-old Christian Clemens of Royersford that should not be paying us any more visits in the evening time. I want to thank Officers Clemens and Leffler for some heads-up police work. There was a shooting in Norristown. They stopped the suspect vehicle. Subsequent to that, a subject was identified, a gun was recovered from the car. So great police work by our police officers are out there when it's dark out doing the job and helping our partners in Upper Merion and Norristown just like they help us. So I wanted to give them a shout out. Thanks for all their hard work. It does a lot of good stuff. I responded to some stuff on Facebook regarding some activities that are outside on Facebook for a theft of a package or whatever. Please call us. Please do it. I'm not saying that you need to do it immediately. I understand Facebook's accessible on the phone. I know I use it. But please take the time to make a police report, as the mayor said, so that we can link different attempts or thefts. Because if you don't, then maybe it's historical, and then maybe a week goes by, and then no one has the data. And if we're going to take that time, I want to make sure that I hold people accountable and keep Bridgeport as crime-free as possible. So watch out, motorists. We are now in the thick of the click it or ticket season for a Pennsylvania grant, and our officers, including one is out there today. I've been listening to Stop the Cars. So seatbelts and other traveling offenses, please make sure to wear your seatbelt. Please take your time at our stop signs and our traffic lights so that you meet our police officers only under the best of terms. As the mayor was saying, there's security patrols. You'll see like a black and white type security patrol vehicle that's in the area of a River Point development, and we formulated a cooperative with the security patrols, and they add an extra set of eyes and ears for the police department in Bridgeport when they're out there. So don't be afraid of them. They're just out there doing a job, being an extra set of eyes and ears. And those people that reside in River Point, there's been communications, I know, between the HOA and the parties that live there. But for our other residents, you may see them, and our officers will interact, and they have interacted very well with them. We appreciate the information and intelligence that they give that helps us clean up any kind of problem there could be there. So many thanks for that. And the big boy trains that for the 250th, we know that early on the 3rd of July, approximately 9 a.m., and further times to be determined, that there will be transit through Bridgeport and to the rail yard that's in Upper Merion So the trains will be going back and forth on the 3rd of July in the morning, and I believe a return trip will be on the 6th of July, and that time is going to be the afternoon or early evening. I don't have that time. We would just ask that anyone that comes to view these trains do not walk up to the train, stay off of the rail bed itself. We will have additional police officers posted in these areas to make sure that everyone can enjoy the beauty of those old engineering feats. And it does safely, and it just enhances everyone's enjoyment for that time period. That's all I have for you, and stay safe, Bridgeport.
Thank you, Chief. All right, we can move on to new business. Are there any items of new business that you would like to discuss?
I'd like to propose that council works on a workshop, has a session, maybe a half day or a few hours at a night, in an opportunity to discuss some of our, maybe tour some of our facilities, look at the intent of some of our properties, mapping them out, and having just an opportunity to discuss in a more candid setting. So that's something I'd like to propose that we do in the near future.
All right, thank you, Ms. Kimball. I think I would agree that more discussion is better than less discussion, and more context is better than none. And I'm sure Mr. Truman has a million ideas and projects for us all to work on. And I'd love to chat with you personally. Is there anything that we would need other than just like conversations back and forth, Mr. Bello, to make that happen? I'm sure we'd have to put it in the newspaper. And
Yeah, if we have a quorum of council, we would have to advertise it to make sure it's public and open to the public.
Wonderful, thank you. So maybe we vote on it next meeting and decide? Does that work? Everybody? All right, great, thank you. All right, any additional items for new business? All right, we can move on to open forum and announcements. Are there any announcements this evening? All right, we can move on to public comment. Are there any members of the public that wish to comment this evening?
Laura Haug, 96 DeKalb. As you guys might know at home, June 8th is officially Frosty Falls Day in the Borough of Bridgeport. This is your day, not just my day. So please come to Frosty Falls, get some free water ice and snacks. We have a guy there doing face painting, but please take the opportunity to enjoy what you guys have earned, and that's the best ice cream shop in Montgomery County. That's all I got.
It absolutely is.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, they can hear me.
Growing Bridgeport together, we'll also have a market, so we will have a big party.
Hey now.
All right, is there any other members of the public who wish to comment? All right, we can certainly entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right, it is 8:10, we are adjourned. Thanks, everyone.